Hello and welcome to Programming in C++ Part 2 series. In this video we're going to cover Chapter 11, which deals with pointers, classes, virtual functions, and abstract classes exercise. So before we get started, please smash the like button, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and you can leave a comment at the end or during. But one key thing is make sure that you're subscribed. If you're not logged in or you have not yet created a YouTube channel, you won't be able to subscribe or leave a comment or smash the like button. So YouTube accounts are free, 100% free, and only take about a minute or so to create. So take the time to do that as we go into our first exercise in this video, which is going to be Programming in C++ Part 2, Programming Exercise 11-7. Now you notice that we did skip 11-6, it was practice, but most of what we'll be doing is what was done in 6 anyway. So in 7, we're going to write the definition of the functions to implement the operations defined for the class data type in Programming Exercise 6. You may write a mains.cpp to test your class data type. You will only be graded on the content of the data type class. Make sure your dates are formatted month, day, year. So task 1, data type class works as expected. Task 2, implement the number of days passed function of the data type class. Task 3, implement the get days and month functions of the data type class. Type 4, implement the isLeapYear function of the data type class. Task 5, increment date methods and increment the day by the given number of days. And task 6, number of days left. Function returns the number of days left in the year. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what we have here. So the data type header file, it's already done for us. We don't need to worry about that. We'll use that as reference. And implementation files where the work is going to be done. And our main, we'll go ahead and do that as well since we didn't do exercise 6. All right. So let's go ahead and start with our implementation file. Let's get to that. Let's see. We'll kick it off. And so let's go ahead and move. Actually, we'll do it there. Let's go. Let's do like this. All right, let's start our include statements with IOStream. Then let's go ahead and let's go include. Let's add our header file, data type.h. It's in quotes. Then we'll use CMath header file for this. And then let's do our using namespace std semicolon. And all right, so let's go data type, just name the header, double semicolon, date type. Date type in. So the integer, they want us month first. Another integer called day. And then integer called year. Let's go. D-month. D-day. D-year. Okay. And once we got that function done, let's go ahead and brackets. And then let's define D-month. D-month equals D-day. D month. D day. Let's do capital. So we want to have those capitalized. D month and D day equals D day. And then D year. Alright. Now let's see. This is our default constructor. Let's put that right there. Now let's go void date type. Set date. Integer X, integer Y, integer Z. And let's do D month equals X. D day equals Y. And capitalize D day here. And the year equals Z. And that's all we need for that function. Let's go ahead and copy this again. Let's do that type now that we have the functions together. Type this kind, we'll call it set month. And we're going to be X month is going to be integer X. Brackets. And D month equals X. Alright. So here, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this to continue with our implementation file. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this easier on ourselves. Let's copy this whole function, go down and paste it here, copy it again, Control C, here, there we go. This time let's go set day, capital D of course, and this is going to be Y. Let's copy it again and set year. Let's change this to day as well. So year, this is going to be Z. That's not right. So year. Here, Z. Gotta change this. This looks kind of funky, but we'll just go back if we need to. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Got those functions done. And let's do our void again. Let's copy this first part. We gotta do our print. Space this time. Let's go print. And this will be our constructor. So let's go do that, but I want to keep it. Alright, so let's go see out D month. And then we'll do dash. And we'll go D day. again. And then we'll go to year. Let's do semicolon because no dash after the year. And it's going to say, let's see, the month is, alright, so let's go to our integer. Let's do this again. Integer this time. Date type, number of days passed. Pass. Open. Let's go. Integer equals day passed equals 0. Integer days passed equals 0. Oh. 0. There we go. Integer days passed equals 0. Let's go. Int January equals 31. Feb equals 28. March equals, just putting how many days are in a year. Let's type it out because it's going to ask for these. Equals 31. April equals 30. May equals 31. June equals 30. July equals 31. Let's see. Crossing these, actually, let's cut this up. Cut this out here. Start abbreviating again. August equals 31. October equals 31. September. November equals 30. And December equals 31. Alright, so we got all those passed. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Let's do an if here. Leap year. If is leap year it's a function. Inside the bracket. February. So during leap year, February will go 29 days. That's the easy way to do it. Let's do our switch. D month. Say calculate months. So bracket. Case 1. Colon. Break. Case 2. Let's go days pass equals. Yeah, let's go days pass. Jan. Just gotta spell it like we did. The top let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this to finish this switch statement. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our break, and we're going to copy and paste from here. See why in a minute. So we'll do days past. So as days pass through these cases, you're going to add months. So let's do case 3 will be days past be January plus February. Right? So we'll copy that. So be case 4. January plus February plus March, because make sure you spell it the same way you did in the if statement. Alright, so this is going to be case 4. So I'll copy case 4, so I can only have to put 1 month in there. To case 5. Let's add plus April. Spell it the same way. Copy that. Paste it. It'll be case 6. Plus May. Okay. So we're spelling out June and July and then abbreviating in August. Okay, 7. Plus June. Copy and paste that. It's 8. Plus July. That. So case 9 plus AUG for August. Let's copy, paste. Leave that to 9. We're going to keep going over. Plus August. Okay. Copy, paste that. 10. Plus September SCP. September SEPT. Sure, I got it right up here too. SEPT. Yeah, September. This should be September. So they're the same there and there. So now we're going to copy and paste that. Use the whole line. Case 11. October. It's going to be OACOOCT. Plus OCT. Copy and paste this one. It's 12. It's going to be plus NOV. So there, we're going to do, we don't need to do December. So from here, from the break, we'll do our default. colon, and then another break, semicolon, and then we'll just close that out, and down here we'll do our days passed plus equals d-day, semicolon, and then we're going to return days passed. Alright, that'll close out that function. Yep, so we need for that one. Let's go down. And let's do another integer this time. I have it copied, so I'll type it in. Integer. Date type, colon, number of days left. There we go. Now let's leave that open. Brackets, integer, days in year, equal 365. Of course, if is leap year, same thing, since that's a function within itself. Let's do that, and then we'll go tab over. Days in year equals 366. Days in year equals 366. Colon. And then let's use the integer fix that. The days pass. Answer. Tell us that. Oh, semicolon after it is 365. Let's just call it as fault. Wait, it did. Answer. Let's go in days pass equals number of days pass. Function, so let's do that, and we're still going to use a semicolon this time. Function, and answer equal days in year minus 365 or 366, depends on or not, days passed, and then we're going to return our answer. So let's go ahead and get that. Let's go with date type next for the function. Actually, let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Alright, so let's go to our next function. It's going to be void. And let's go to date type. Colon. Increment date. And this one is going to have an integer called n days for increment days. Okay. Our brackets. Let's go integer January equal 31. We're going to do this again. So instead of doing it before, copy and paste it. Same thing, this will make sure we got our dates right, and left after integer. January is 31, so let's do right here, copy and paste that right there. That's those days. And we go down to integer month, total, integers, so semicolon there. And then we'll do our if. Do the same thing for months. Equals get month. And that's a function, so leave that open. Let's do is leap year. Brackets is leap year. And this is a function. Let's do another set of brackets go inside there. And this if equals for if. There we go. If is leap year. Okay, so 29. So February equals 29. This one. 29 days. This is the month. It's going to be a little different. So here we'll do month equals get month, the function. And use the function brackets and we'll semicolon there. And then we'll use our switch and we'll call this month. Alright, so we're going to call on that function. Let's do these brackets. Let's do case 1. This one is going to be month total days equals January. Month total days equals January. So we already set the days of the month. So we'd say January is going to equal 31 for case 1. January equals 31 days. That's all we're doing. So then we'll do our, here we shouldn't need, no, we don't need breaks here. So we can go straight down, but let's copy and paste this and just change it. We can do it all in one swipe, one fell swoop. Yeah. Like Nate Bargatze says, one fell swoop. Alright, so let's go to Feb. Just gotta make sure we spell it the same way they did. Let's say we did it up top. 3, March is spelled out. M-A-R-C-H. And 4, April spelled out. L. And 5, May is spelled out. I. And 6, June is spelled out. And 7, July is spelled out. 8, August is abbreviated AUG. I'll fix that. See it. And 9, September SEPT. 10, October. 11, November. OV. And 12, December. Let's see. Okay, so we got those done. Now all we need for December is our, what's that? Let's go defaults. And then we'll break at the bottom. Semicolon. Alright, so here we're going to need to increment the day, or increment by day, so D-day, or D-day, plus equals, increments it, and days, number of days. So we'll go if D-day is greater than month total days. Us here is going to check if the next month occurs. So if it is greater, we'll move to the next month. Let's go to D month. from January to February, so to speak. If it stops in January, you don't have to go to the next month. So plus minus 1, plus equal to 1, then integer, temporary integer, takes the place when you're incrementing. Temp integer will equal month total days minus D-Day. D-Day will equal ABS tip integer times tip integer. Wrong. Alright, so let's see. Oh, I'm going to do the other end of the if, or another if statement. Let's go outside of this. Actually, let's stay inside this if. Let's go here. Stay inside this if. Go if D month is greater than 12 year now. So now I'm going to check if the next year occurs. Same thing. You got days and it stays at the same year. If it carries you to the next year, then we'll need to D month equals 1, and then D year. So you go on to the next month, but the year is going to go plus 1. So plus equal 1. Alright, so that's that for that function. And let's take a quick break and we'll pick up after this. Alright, I see an indentation problem. I did an indentation mistake, so we'll fix that. So after we indent it here, see the if should stay under integer. And it should go here. So yeah, so all this should go over 1, indent all of it. That's why we got that funny looking line. This goes, actually these can stay. The month of total days can stay, but the case has got to go over 1. So my brackets went running up at the end. So now we do default. Let's see, yeah, default's going to come over 2. And break has to go on. And then this bracket comes over. Let's make sure I got that right. Yep. So if now, so for D-Day it's going to be on the same bracket. And this if. And everything comes over 1. So we go down to the bottom. The brackets should line up perfectly. And this bracket comes over 1. This bracket closes out this if. And there we go. So 1, 2, 3. That's what I was looking for. And we got that straight. So let's go see what that again. From here, only thing that was indented was this whole statement. Once I finish this, everything else comes back to line. Oh, this integer January started this one. Alright, so let's not make that mistake again. Probably won't because we'll be able to copy and paste. So, let's see what we got next. We got plus 1. Let's go to integer date type again. This is going to be similar but not exactly the same. So, date type. Colon, and let's do get days of the month. Get days and month, and this is a function, so we're going to go and we'll use our brackets. Hold on. Yes, use our brackets, and we'll do the same thing. Integer if leap year. So redoing this. Let's bring this old thing down. This time it's done right. Let's make sure that we don't have it. We did it right up here. So good. Right, so I copied this whole section here. Including the leap year. Under void data type increment date. Copied this integer all the way to February 29th. I'm going to put this here. So make sure, okay, make sure we get the right indentation. Everything should line up perfectly. And the same days are because I copy and paste. And then here, let's go here and go down. Let's go over with indent back to integer days. Days equals 0. And switch month. This will calculate months. So switch statement brackets. Let's go case 1. Do the same thing we've been doing all day. Case 1. This time we're going to do days equals January. Right. And then we'll go ahead and need our breaks for this one. And semicolon. Alright, from there, break. Alright, so now let's copy and paste this. Day 1, we're going to do this 12 times or 11 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so we're going to do like we did before. We're going to go in and we're going to just change these case number and let's do the default while we're here. So default and break. Alright, so case number and month. Remember, we got to spell it the same way that we did it all throughout this program. So case 2 is going to be Feb. Case 3 is going to be March spelled out. Case 4 is going to be April spelled out. Case 5 is going to be May spelled out. Talking, I didn't even do it. Alright, it's cool. Go down, give ourselves some more room. Case 6 is going to be June spelled out. Oops. Seven is going to be July spelled out. 8, August, abbreviated, AUG. Case 9, September, abbreviated, SEPT. 10, October, OCT. 11, November, NOV. And 12, November there. And 12 is going to be December. Capital K. Alright, so that's all we need for that switch statement. No faults. We get out of here after this break. Get out of here, and we're going to need to return. Actually, let's go after this one. We're going to return last one. I think this should be our last function. Yeah, let's go. Bool date type colon, and we'll go is leap year. And let's leave it open. Go for our brackets. Let's go integer called temp for incrementing, replacing, bool answer equal false. There's only one every 4 years. Save assumption mark. If temp percentage floors equal to 0. 4 years every leap year, so the answer equals true. And then we need you to return answer. Alright. So that's what we got for our data type. Let's scroll it real quick, make sure we don't have anything out of place. There's a question. Well, all these could be X, B, E. Yeah, we'll check that. Alright. Everything looks like it's in order. Alright, let's go down and look at our next. Close this out. We have plenty of room. And go ahead to our main. Got a lot of work through here as well. Before we get started, let's take a quick break and we'll jump on our main. Alright, I'm just going to move this out the way because I'll take over it. Let's do our include statements first. Bring these down. So something will work. Let's go to first, of course, it's going to be IOStream because this is the main. We're going to need string in this one. And we are date type .h. Actually, no, we need our implementation file added in this one. So let's go .imp or date type imp. The date type .h. What am I talking about here? Type .h. Don't need any of that. Let's bring this up one. So let's use this placeholder as meant to be. Let's start with our variables. Let's go date type. Your date. And then let's go date type again. Sample date. Let's do integer called entry. Let's do integer called output. And let's do a bool called answer. So let's go to your date dot set date, and we'll add the dates in there from the exercise that we didn't do for practice. 15 2008. Alright, and let's go output equal your date dot get day that's what I did wrong. I camel cased output. Get that away. Let's go C out. Let's go lowercase. Enter A. Let's do N. I'm going to do those several times. So let's go CN entry for the variable. And let's go C out. Let's not do C out because we'll need our your date. Set month for this one. This is the first. And let's use entry like this. So outside of that, use entry. All right. Let's take a quick look at this again. Looks like it's good. So since we have that, let's use that a couple more times. We change it to day, month, and year. So let's go C, 2 spaces, copy, copy. Here, this is going to be day. This is going to be day. This is going to be year. And set year. Make sure you camel case it. Right there. Okay, so let's go down to print. Let's go your date. Print function and semicolon there. And C out inline, and then let's do example. Print, and then let's go semicolon. Spell it right. All right. So let's go C out. Now let's go output. Output will equal your date dot number of days passed, and it's a function, so let's brackets. So now let's see out. Let's go in the number of days passed. And here we'll do output. Oh no, let's go on the outside of this quotation. Output. Okay. Here next we'll do output again. This time it's going to equal your date dot number of days left. Function, semicolon there, and we'll do C out in. This is going to say the number of days remaining in a year. Year, and that too is going to be output. And answer equal your date dot is leap year. Function, so semicolon, and let's see right here. Let's do this quick. If answer, and we'll see out it is a leap year. And if not the answer, we'll see out it is not a leap year. Okay, it's not a leap year. Then we just need to return 0. Alright, so that's good for that. So we'll go ahead and try to run that as soon as we come back after this. Alright, so let's go ahead and companion, try to run. I suspect that everything is going to be... Alright, I have to restart it. Bear with me, I'll be back as soon as I restart this. Alright, so we did run it. Looks like we had some errors. So let's check real quick, as one thing I already thought about before we in the middle of doing it is on our implementation file. They're going to reference they're going to change all these to X. And let's go data type information file, go down to line 19 where the month is X, integer X, let's make all these X, D-Day, make that equal X, and then year, make that equal X. The example would have showed us this, or the practice did it this way, and the practice part of this way, but this is the shorter way to do it. So let's go line 19, X, 23, and 25, X, 27, and 29, X. So year, all this is going to equal X. The rest of it can stay the same. Let's try to run it with that correction. See if we get anything better. I do believe that is, nope. So select 2, error ran, time out. Let me go through one more time. I will check it and come back to you. Run. Let's try to enter a month. Like that. Enter a day, enter a year. Alright, I'll show you what I did on this one. I think I should have did the number. Let's run it again. Month 10. Day 11. Day 14. 2022. Gave you the information, number of days 24, number of days remaining in the year, 81. It's not a leap year. So that did everything it needed to do. And let's go calculate the grade. See if that gives us 100. And we'll check all 6 of them. It'll probably take a minute or 2 to get that done. And I had to redo the code on the implementation file. And I'll show you what I did didn't find anything wrong with it, so when I retyped it, it actually ran. So we'll pause this and let this finish calculating. So we did get our green checks. We got 100% on number 1 and number 2 because we got it extended. All of them turned green. Let's go to our implementation file first. I'll show you what that looks like. Companion site. So I'm going to slow roll it. You can pause it as you need to get it. So let's go line 1 through 18, line 19 to 35, line 36 to 52, line 53 to 68, line 69 to 84, and it's simply on line 70 you have plus November. There's no plus December on there. There's plus November, semicolon is the line. Alright, next line 85 through line 100, then line 101 to 117, line 118 to 133, line 134, 148, line 149 to 166, and line 167 is empty, so line 168 to 184, line 185, line 200, and line 201 to the end. Alright, we'll slow roll one more time. Pause if you need it. And continue to roll through. Line 41 went over across this time to avoid the errors of spacing. Remember that your days must be the same all around. If you spell them, abbreviate them, make sure you do them everywhere. Alright, so back on it. Continue to scroll. Here we have November. Alright. So let's go continue on. Same thing. It's like run all the way over. Or you can pause it if you need to. We'll do the main next. One more go. Let's go over. And make sure you abbreviate it correctly. Pause anytime you need to. And you can go in reverse if you need to as well. Alright. There you have it. And of course the main is much shorter. So let's go line 1 through 18. 19 is empty, so let's go 20 to 36. And then let's go from 37, which is empty, to the end of the code. So again, we'll slow roll it one more time. Pause it if you need it, rewind it if you need to. Alright, so that was it for exercise or programming C++ part 2, exercise 11-7. Remember 6 was practice, so we skipped that one. Just remember, go ahead and please like, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll see you on the next one. We're only going to do one on this one because it's an hour long. So we'll pick up on 8 on the next video. All right, so take care. Have a wonderful day, and thanks again for joining.